witnesses this evening. So my question, I just have one for Mr. Bach. What is the difference between an advanced medical directive for medical assistance in dying and an AMD for withholding life-saving treatment? I know we've been hearing various responses, but if we have one, why not the other? Mr. Bach?
I think they're quite different. Advance requests or directives for withholding treatment are about things that aren't going to be done to us. All of the examples that were listed earlier by Dr. Andrew were about things that you refuse to have happen to you. And we've provided for that under provincial territorial law on the basis that by refusing certain things, I do exercise control in the sense that I will allow my death to take its natural course. Providing advance requests, I would still submit that you cannot consent. There is no consent to the termination of your life at a future point. There is a substitute decision maker that has to decide now we'll do the injections. So you're not consenting, someone else is. And that is to have something done to you that is intended to cause your death. That's fundamentally different than advanced directives for withholding or withdrawing life-sustaining treatment, at which time comfort care, palliative care is provided to support you through the natural course of your death. And those who provide that comfort care and withhold those treatments, again, on the decision, not guided by your advance directive, but on the decision of a substitute decision maker at the time. I'm sure many around the table here have been in these decisions, that now is the time to withhold that treatment so that my son, brother, father can pass. So they're fundamentally different, and I think collapsing or blurring the line between them is leads down a path that puts one of the most vulnerable minorities at risk in this country. Because what is a democracy after it all? It protects the rights of minorities. And the minority I'm talking about is people with dementia who cannot consent, do not have capacity to consent, or people with intellectual disabilities who do not have the capacity to consent to their death. That's the group that we're protecting here. Not those who can make advance requests. The group that we're talking about here is the group who cannot consent, don't have the capacity to consent to a proactive intervention on the part of a medical professional intended to cause their death. So are we in this democracy protecting one of the most vulnerable minorities in our society? I think the proposals that are advocating for adoption clearly do not meet the test of protecting the right to life of one of the most vulnerable minorities in our society.
Thank you.